Hi, I'm Whelan from the British Blacklist, and today I'm joined by Jonathan Groff, also known as Agent Smith, and Neil Patrick Harris, who plays the analyst. So, guys, how are you doing first and foremost?
Super good.
So good. Great. How are you?
Yeah, great. I have to ask that because I can only imagine when you're going through the motions of a film like this. As a viewer, it somewhat seems jading to imagine yourself in the world of the Matrix. So for you guys, did you have to mentally unplug yourself from it, or was it more of like, this is who we are for the next X, Y, and Z months, especially with the pandemic going on? I'd love to know that.
Jonathan's experience is probably more complete. I have to say that for me, this whole journey has been a Matrix red pill weird experience, because I was asked if I wanted to talk to a director and she wanted to speak with me about something. And then I had to like get on my computer, which felt very Matrix. And then it was Lana Wachowski. And that was like, oh, okay. And then we're talking and she didn't say what it was for. And I didn't know. So we talked about nonsense. And then I got to fly to San Francisco. Now I knew what it was about, but I didn't know who I was playing or anything. And then like talk with her. And I'm flying and I'm thinking, well, I actually had some sides of a scene. And she asked if we maybe want to work on the scenes together. I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. Lana Wachowski. So I go to San Francisco. And then as I'm on the plane, I'm thinking, I think this is an audition. I don't think we're just going to work on it. I think I'm auditioning. And then I was in my own Matrix world thinking, well, should I be super prepared and like audition, or should I just kind of hold my sides? So I'm playing my own Matrix games, even when I'm trying to get the gig. Then when I got the gig, months go by, then pandemic happens, we're in different countries. The whole time I'm just feeling like I'm in this strange other world. So I've loved the entirety of it. And then a year goes by, the movie finally comes out, I get to see it, and it's amazing. So the whole thing has been a crazy experience for me, but that's so different because Jonathan actually like did months of rehearsing.
And yeah, the rehearsing, there was a code name that the movie had. So on every script and every kind of poster or sign or whatever, it had this code name. It didn't say The Matrix on it. It didn't say Matrix 4. And Lana's process is so organic and so creative and so of the moment. And she doesn't live in the sort of glow of her own legend. She's there to tell the story. She's there to connect with people. She's there to make the scene as great as it can be on that day. And she would be throwing out different lines and different blocking. And it was a very organic process. And so I always felt like I was in the code name of the movie. I never really felt like I was in the Matrix. Well, now the movie is coming out and I'm seeing the trailer and I'm seeing the posters and I'm realizing, oh my God, that whole time we were making the Matrix. This is insane.
And thank you. Just for the purpose of the interview, Neil, just specify, when you said flying, you didn't mean the literal sense. You meant as in like an airplane, right?
An airplane, yes. Not the literal sense.
What I wanted to ask you guys was, do you feel like this world that we're in right now is in 2021 is more prepared for the Matrix or less so with the advent of technology in comparison to before?
That's a really good question. I think more so in a way because we're so reliant upon technologies and aware of algorithms and okay with voices that speak to us when we just ask questions and cameras that are mounted on everything. We're like okay with this world, that it does sort of beget the big questions within the Matrix. And I think more so it validates the original movie and really makes something that happened 20 years ago where technology was radically different seem still so actual and true and weird. So yeah.
Thank you. And yourself, Jonathan?
Yeah, my friend was asking me if her 11-year-old daughter, or considering whether or not her 11-year-old daughter should be watching the first 3 movies in anticipation of the 4th movie. And she said, I just really want her to get it. Like how when we saw it in high school and it blew our minds what it was saying, I want her to get it. And I kind of felt like, I think your 11-year-old daughter who's over there on her phone is going to get it in such a deep way already, because these young people are growing up with social media and growing up with alternate versions of life and virtual versions of life. And I think it's more relevant now than ever, and makes the movie, like Neil said 20 years ago, look insanely clairvoyant.
All right. Thank you so much for your time, guys. I'd just like to say you've been a breath of fresh air and a great addition to the franchise. And for all the viewers out there, The Matrix Resurrections will be in cinema on the 22nd of December. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate your time.
Thanks.
We can't see it, but we're all trapped inside these strange repeating loops.
Billions of people just living out their lives, oblivious.
But this is the moment for you to show us what is real. I remember this.
So deja vu. And yet it's obviously all wrong. Maybe this isn't the story we think it is.
They taught you good. Made you believe their world was all you deserved. But some part of you knew that was a lie. Some part of you remembered what was real.
It's so easy to forget how much noise the Matrix pumps into your head. Something else makes the same kind of noise. War. What happens to Neo? The most important choice in Neo's life. It's not his to make.
She believed in me. It's my turn to believe in her.
Part of me feels like I have been waiting my whole life for you.
If you want to see Trinity again, fight for her!
I saw this in a dream. My dream ended here.
I still know Kung Fu.